Welcome to the book of BAMIDBAR, the fourth book of the Torah. This chapter, its first, is about a people who want to leave slavery behind, but they're scared of freedom at the same time. BAMIDBAR means in a desert. The Jews have not yet arrived in the land God promised them, and they're not construction workers in Egypt anymore. They are in between, in transition, wandering. It's tiring and it's scary, so much so that later on the Israelites actually decide that slavery was better. They yearn for Egypt's excellent fish and fruit, the cucumbers and the melons, and they whine to Moses about it. It's strange, but slavery has its good points. It's a little like being a child. You don't have much power, but you don't have to worry about the basics, like where your next meal is coming from or what you're going to do with your day. If you're a slave in biblical Egypt, you eat fish and leeks, and you make bricks. But just as today people head out into the wilderness to clear their heads and figure things out, so back then, this trek from Egypt to the Promised Land is the perfect time for the Israelites to start figuring out who they really are. They count themselves and divide up by families. God helps by assigning a census taker to each tribe. In this way, the undifferentiated mass of former slaves start to sort themselves out. Take him, for example. He's over 20 years old, which means he can bear arms and go to war. He's in the tribe of Asher, whose leader is Pagil, and the census counted 41,500 men of fighting age in his tribe. They reside in the northwest corner of the camp, between the tribes of Dan and Benjamin. He used to be a slave with no identity of his own. Now he is someone. Actually, he's a lot of things. He's just not sure how to be them yet. An Israelite, a free man, a soldier. But on the other hand, he and the other Israelites have really only reached the halfway point between childhood and maturity, because they don't know exactly what their unique purpose in life is, the work that only they can do. Some Israelites do know this. There's only one group of people that God specifically says not to count, the tribe of Levi, because they have a special mission. They transport the tabernacle as the Israelites make their way through the desert. The Levites are lucky. If the rest of the tribes of Israel are just coming of age, then the Levites are truly grown up. They not only know who they are, but they even know their unique mission in life. Except that even when you already know what you're supposed to do, it's not that easy to go ahead and do it. Remember Nadav and Avihu, the sons of Aaron, the high priest? They tried to offer their own sacrifice to God, and they were struck down because of it. Adulthood, with the power to make your own rules and the freedom to ignore your responsibilities, can be dangerous, even deadly. Being an adult is hard. Being a child is hard too. As a child, someone else has control and makes all the rules for you, but you're safe. It's hard to be an adult for the exact opposite reason. Instead of someone controlling you at every moment, no one is controlling you at any moment. And being in the desert, being BAMIDBAR, is kind of like the time in between, the time you grow from slavery into freedom. All you can do is use your time in the desert wisely to figure out what it is that you really love and are meant to do.